At any point in your life, you're living your mission. There's no way you cannot live your mission. Your soul will live through its mission no matter what your human does. Recognizing your mission is important. In your recognition, you are allowing more space, and then it can actually unfold. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to another video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ana, and I'm a soul entrepreneur and traveler around the world, coming to you from the Sacred Valley of Peru at the moment. I'm all about living life in surrender to divine guidance and the soul, and I like to share my insights and tips and tricks for those of you who are interested in living like that as well. Basically, on this channel, I share with you how to live life in surrender to divine guidance in your soul mission, and how to arrange your affairs in the world so you don't have any resistance in doing so. In this video, I want to define what is a soul mission and how you can recognize its existence right now in your life. The truth is, you're living your mission already. But if you're not aware that you're living your mission and what exactly is that mission, then your moments of living that mission are minimized and distorted. Therefore, all the benefits that you get when you live your mission, which is actually living in wellness, happiness, and joy, and fulfillment and satisfaction, all those juicy things, you actually minimize if you don't put it into your consciousness and don't embrace it fully. The thing about soul mission is that when you're in your soul mission, you're perfectly functioning for your best benefit and for the highest benefit of this universe. You're perfect for everyone. You are right place, right time, right amount, perfect, perfect, perfect when you're aligned to our soul mission. And the more of us are aligned in our soul mission, that this whole world becomes more harmonious and more unified and more better for everyone. Let me take an educated guess. You have an interest, a secret interest maybe. You have a silent side hustle. You have a burning desire to go somewhere, someplace on this planet. You notice that you are attracted to a certain type of people. You're feeling more and more repulsed or resistant to participate in the superficial activities of this world. You're looking for more meaning, more purpose, and more bold expression of who you truly are, all your bigness expressed. You're looking for opportunities to do that. Sometimes you sneak in a vacation or a course that actually sparks your soul and nurtures you on the deeper level. And maybe finally now you're considering allowing your soul a little bit more space in your life so you can breathe more fully and freely the authentic version of yourself that you've become over the years. You want to unfold into a new layer of your soul mission, and you're wondering, what is on the other side? So this video is to help you shine a light and to share my personal experience when it comes to jumping into this unknown, and also saying bye-bye to the life before and bye-bye to the version of you that was fitting in the world and that was accepted and celebrated, praised for the accomplishments, for the expertise, for the achievements. But now you want to be a bit more in your soul, and that means that you might have to be the crazy one. And this is scary. The truth is, recognizing your mission is important. And it's important because in your recognition and in your giving more attention to it, you are allowing more space, and then it can actually unfold. The thing is, your soul will never guide you astray. It will never bring you to a place where you're like, even though we are afraid of just this, because the soul is the crazy part of you that doesn't care about the world and survival in the world. It's just like, let's go have fun. This is the soul. So of course, naturally, the human will have some fears and it will have some concerns, and it actually would want to advise and like, give me a bit more information before I jump. However, if you don't do the first step, if you don't allow a little bit more space, if you don't do that little action, if you don't go deeper into the call that you're feeling at the moment, then your soul cannot give you the next tip or the next step. You cannot know 10 steps ahead, because if you know 10 steps ahead, your mind will go crazy and it will overthink and it will say, no, 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 no. However, if you're going with the soul step by step, in the process, you will become the version of you that is able to hold the 10th step. However, the version of you now is not able to hold the 10th step. And if your soul tells you the 10th step, then actually you might say like, cancel, I don't want, bring me back to the version of me that was functional, back to the version of me that was successful and respected in the world. I don't want your crazy ideas. You know your soul mission is inevitable if you're resonating with the word soul or mission. If you're like, okay, reporting for duty, you know it's inevitable. Remembering your mission, that is recognizing what you're already doing in your soul mission, is actually the next level happiness. It's the next level success. It's the next level joy. That's why many people start to feel this call in their maybe late 30s or 40s or even 50s, like if you're part of the previous generations. Nowadays, it might be different for the younger generations because they're living in the world where already the massive awakening has happened, and many of us have stepped into the soul-led life, and therefore it's easier for those who are coming that they just naturally follow. They're not anymore even a little bit enticed by going into the world and serving the matrix version of the world as it was. They're already set up to create the new world. However, if you were born in 70s, 80s, 90s, then for sure you had some challenges to get to the point where you will allow yourself to blossom into the soul mission fully. And for sure, you're already doing something that's very, very close to your soul mission, but there's just that little part that you would like to fine tune and bring in complete alignment. So everything's in the soul and everything's serving the soul mission. And for that, I'm here to help you. And I gotta say, I completely understand you. So, what is the soul mission? The soul mission is your function in the world, it's your function in the universe as it is right now. It is your highest happiness. It is your most fulfilling, successful version of you, most authentic you. It is your truest, deepest desires. It is your passion. It is your joy. However, there's something I gotta emphasize here. That's something that's very important to mention. Some of us have chosen career goals that are kind of close to the soul mission. And what I want to emphasize here is the difference. Career goal is something we are doing to earn money, to be praised, to get recognition in the world, to get status, to be praised and celebrated as like functional and achieving human in this world. However, the soul doesn't care about any of that. The soul just wants to have fun, and it wants to explore itself in this beautiful 3D reality that we are living here. So the very difference between your career goals and the professional goals is career and professional goals is something that you're doing based on the conditions in this world. That is like, we live with other people, we would like to be recognized, we would like to be respected, we would like to be recognized as smart, capable, all these things. The soul doesn't, none of that is of high value for the soul. For the soul is to live it, to experience it, and to be there fully in its present and lucid attention that, wow, I'm doing this and this is happening and I'm enjoying it. And the more I'm aware of it, the more I'm enjoying it. Another way you can look at this is professional or career goals. They're usually in the future. The soul mission is in the now. So really, how to connect to the remembrance of your soul mission is think about today is your birthday, and today you're allowed to do whatever you want. You cleaned the house, you paid the bills, you took a day off from work, and you have one day to celebrate yourself and do absolutely what you love to do. And now imagine that you have all the possibilities available for you, all possibilities. So there's no question of money if you can afford it. There's no question of time. Do you have time for it? There's no question of any circumstance. Everything is possible. What do you choose to do? And it doesn't have to be a big thing. Don't go for the big thing like what would you do for 20 years of your life. No, now. Now. What is it now? You can sense into it. You can start connecting to this idea of what I like to do, what I used to like to do when I was a child, what I like to do when I have no responsibility or duty to please someone, what I like to do when nobody tells me what to do, what I like to do when I'm alone and I'm free to do whatever, what I like to do no matter what. If I have money, if I don't have money, I still like to do that. The point I made about the soul mission, that you're living it, always you're living it. But the thing is, you might be living it 5 minutes a week, or 1 day per month, or 7 days per year. Maybe it's just that much that you're living it. However, once you remember and allow more space for it, the universe will rearrange, and your familiar structure of your life will configure itself differently and allow more space for that mission. More and more will be able to unfold. And as a result, you will become more whole, more authentic, more yourself. The soul mission and allowing more soul mission is all about your real, true self expansion and human evolution. Once this aligns in perfect alignment with your life in the physical world, it is bringing a sense of wholeness and a sense of happiness that is beyond the worldly pleasures. Something deep in your heart awakens, and then every cell of your being starts to benefit from it. And we really want to evolve. We really want to grow. This is our deepest desire. It's normal for any being on this planet to go on the path of its evolution. And the spiritual side is the side that we are supposed to incorporate more into the human life, so we can become a new version of human that is aware more. Therefore, it's powerful more. And this process of growing and expansion is the joy. Everybody says it's in the journey, it's not in the destination. And allow yourself to actually walk that journey. It's about walking every step. And every step you make, you will get guidance for the next one. And then the next one unfolds, you will get guidance for the next one. So just trust that your soul loves you the most. It knows all your obstacles, it knows all your challenges, it knows all your fears, and it wants to deliver to you the easiest path and the most fun path for you to unfold into your mission more and more. The key is your trust. I want to share a personal story. All my life, I have been good at cleaning. I used to listen to other people telling, like, find your passion, find your soul calling, find what's good for you. And there's this idea, once you find your passion and once you find what you love to do, then you will be best for the whole universe. The whole universe will benefit from it. And I heard objections, like people saying, oh, so there are people who like to clean the toilets or like to clean the streets, and that's their passion. And I was kind of like being amused by this thought, because I knew how much I enjoy organizing and cleaning. I knew that. For me, this is like something that I love to do in my spare time. It's a spiritual practice and it's a physical practice. However, in the beginning of my spiritual journey, some 20 years ago, I didn't know that this was in my soul mission, but I was doing it. I was cleaning. Whenever I was living with people, and I lived with many people, shared spaces, like being roommates in the university, after, like in the work environments, and I just like having people around me. And for me, this is very normal style of living. And whoever I was sharing my space with, I was always noticing things that I do that nobody else does. I'm not saying I'm 100% clean all the time, but I'm saying that cleaning is something that I enjoy doing. And I can stay in the space that is not so clean for some time, but at some point, even if I'm a guest in somebody's place, I will ask them, can I clean this for you? If I see something that's in my face, I will ask, can I clean this for you? And this is like incredibly fun fact about doing your soul mission, not knowing it. However, now that I know it, it's so much more nourishing, the practice. When I do the cleaning, it gives me energy, and it gives me the clean space that I love, the clean energy that I love. And it happens on many different levels. It's not just physical cleaning, it's energetical cleaning too. I'm doing it on many different levels, in many different avenues that I'm sharing this gift of mine. And whenever I'm doing it, people are very happy that I'm doing it. This is just one aspect of my soul mission that became clear to me. I also have another aspect of my soul mission is where I create a home over and over again. I move around the world a lot, and every time I move, I do something in the environment to upgrade it, to make it more cozy for me, to just make it my home and to make it a bigger home than what it used to be when I wasn't around. For sure, I have this ability or skill or soul gift to make people feel comfortable when they come into my house, to make people feel at ease and accepted as who they are and what they are, fully belonging, and to continue creating a home wherever I go. Creating a home is my mission. Who am I creating a home for? This is another level of the soul mission that became clear to me as I was accepting. Yes, actually, I like to make the furniture. I like to paint the furniture. I would like to take care of the plants. I like to grow the plants. I like to clean the home. I like to make a cow. I like to make it warm. I like to keep the space of home welcoming, open, and everyone belongs here. So, what are you supposed to do now, knowing all these things about the soul and about the soul mission? I'm sure you're one of those people who already has been educated by its own soul on some things, and you already connected in your life to your soul, and you know what it means to be connected, but you are not sure what are the benefits of jumping into the next version, into the next level of soul surrender. Just think about your previous stage when you were doing automatic mechanic life and pleasing everyone around you and having external authority tell you what to do in your life. How fulfilled was that? And then remember one point when you actually listened to your soul call and you actually did that trip, went to that country, met with that person, did that course. How did it feel? So now know that the next level, however much harder it may be to trust and jump into and say goodbye to the life that you already built, you're not going to say goodbye to it forever. And it's not going to be the full detachment forever, but it has to be detachment at this moment, because you have to like let go of your attachment to your old life. Just by little know that your soul is guiding you. Your soul knows how much you can actually let go of in any moment, and your soul knows how much you can actually do without breaking your human. So trust that divine guidance, do the next step, and know the fulfillment and happiness and the sense of wholeness, the sense of authenticity, true desires fulfilled, is exponentially higher and deeper. So, whatever you felt going from the stage of complete unawareness to getting to the point of like, now I know a bit more, and now I see a bit more, and now I sense a bit more, and I feel better. By knowing this, by feeling this, by sensing this, I feel better. I feel more whole in my life. This jump is exponentially bigger and much more fulfilling than you can imagine. Let's align to our soul mission and let's create a world where we are all free to live in the joy and the passion of our own soul desire. For all of you who are feeling the soul call becoming bigger and bigger, and feeling the resistance to the superficial of the world becoming bigger and bigger, and seeing that your secret interest and your side hustle is ready for the expansion and the next level, I have a safe space for you where you can bring yourself to unfold more and more and to jump into the loving embrace of your soul. In the description, I leave a link for you to join an email newsletter. It's an email journey, it's free for all of you who want to unfold, knowing that you're held and that you're not alone. You're never alone. There's many of us who are going through the same challenges as you, and many of us who will say it was worth it. It was worth to give it all up to get it in a bigger, more fuller way. Trust. The key is trust. Until next time, I love you all so very much. Thank you for watching.